Hello, it's Nyah. I'm going to relax this episode. And by relax this episode, I mean I am not going to act like a crazy person. I'm joking. I'm probably going to act like a crazy person. Anyway. A lot of stuff has been happening with film nowadays. I'm joking. Well, stuff has been happening, right? Like our topic for today, sold out theaters while cutting out the middleman. And I'm not going to exactly talk about that. I am mainly today going to talk about the album. But I just want to do some housekeeping. Okay, so some housekeeping. I have heard that at least today, which to you is going to be a week ago when you watch this, Bridgerton is back. Not back, like they put out the dates and everything. Hopefully it'll be right here near my head. Yeah. Just one note to a particular man called Mark. Now, do I know if Mark was the guy in Netflix that came up with the idea to have two-parters for every single hit show that Netflix has? No. But he feels like a Mark, so I'm going to call him a Mark. Mark, stop it, Mark. Stop it. Because I swear. Netflix, you guys think that because when Stranger Things had that two-parter thing, that you need to do that with every show you have. And that's just not the case. You don't need to do that with every show you have. At this point, it is just an act of free will because you don't need to do that. Stop it. And I know you're doing it. I know why you're doing it. You're doing it so you could keep people subscribed for a longer period of time. But if you really want that, you should just go back to how cable did it. New episode every week. Yeah, I said it. A new episode every single week, or go back to what you did before by just putting out the whole season on one day. I used to binge shows. I used to sit down and just binge that shit. But now the only shows that I could do that with are shows that came out years ago. Okay? Because now shows don't want to come out season by season. No, they want to come out part by part. And I blame you, Netflix. I blame you. It's freaking irritating. But, I digress. Because it's not even what we're talking about today. It's not even what we're talking about. We're talking about Taylor Swift. Why did I decide to do a Taylor Swift episode? Because I hate myself. I'm joking. I don't hate myself. I just love to make my life crazy and so difficult. More difficult than it needs to be. But yeah, let's get into my torture. Roll the credits. Roll the intro. Thank you. Welcome to Ramblings of an Extra with yours truly, Nyah. I'm smiling because you guys are going to hate me after this episode, but technically I can't get canceled because I'm not famous yet. That's the rule. I'm kind of canceling myself before I get famous in a way by doing this because I think with your actions you cancel yourself. It isn't exactly society that's doing it. Because if you're just a horrendous person, you're just a horrendous person. I, on the other hand, I'm not a horrendous person. I am just a person who listened to this album and didn't try to listen to it in a vacuum. And I'll get back to that later. But this album, Life of a Showgirl by Taylor Swift. So yeah, our episode name for today is The Life of a Showgirl. Let's just... Actually, you know what? I'm going to make more of a buffer. No, I'm going to stop the episode right here. I'm going to make more of a buffer because I don't feel like doing this topic yet. We'll get back to Bridgerton. Actually, I'm not done with you, Mark. Come back over here. I'm scared. Okay, I'm just going to talk about Bridgerton for a little bit more because I'm just scared. I'm scared. on what's going to happen next season. And I think I'm going to have mainly a Bridgerton episode. Watch I do that episode next week. But I'm scared because last season was, it was like, and I can't understand why it was so bad yet. And that's why I'm thinking about rewatching it and doing an episode about it. Cause it's just like, that shit was bad. That shit was bad. It was like Penelope and Colin's story, but Francesca's, but Benedict's, but the Mondridges. It was like, look, you guys can tell just listening to this podcast, my attention span is really small. So you could just imagine me watching Bridgerton where there's like 5 different main characters all fighting for the spotlight, even though that was supposed to be Colin and Penelope's season.
Who needs fresh air when there is fresh gossip?
But I'll get into it next week because I do think I'm going to do that topic next week. But yeah, let's get into our victim for today. AKA me. I'm joking. It's not me, but it's technically me by extension. The Life of a Showgirl by Taylor Swift. Her 12th studio album, if I'm correct. I'm sorry to future not. It involved how many tracks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 tracks. One of those featured one of my favorite artists, Sabrina Carpenter. But sadly, her existence on this album did not make it better. It didn't make it worse. It was more like a neutral force. Like, it was just like, it's like adding water to a dish. It's like, water. And it's still shit. Okay, I'm joking. I'm not joking. That was bad. Okay, let me set the stage because I could already hear the comments now. I could hear you guys in my ear. Why is she talking about Taylor Swift? She's not a Swiftie. She's not a feminist. I'm a womanist, but she's not a feminist, right? Why is she talking about Taylor Swift? Okay. The reason I'm talking about Taylor Swift is because Spotify hates me. Spotify hates me because they know that I have at least, I lied last week, I don't have 27 songs, it's actually 17 songs. Don't ask me how I made that jump. Anyway, I have 17 Taylor Swift songs liked in my Spotify profile. So they think that I just like fuck with everything she puts out. So they put her like new shit on like, you know, like this fond playlist that they make on Spotify. And I'm just like, because I listen to Daylist, like morning shower. I listen to Daylist in the shower. I listen to Daylist on the train. I listen to Daylist on my walk to school. Daylist is a part of my schedule, right? Okay. So Spotify thinks I fuck with this album. So every time I just let the playlist play, somehow one of these songs that's on this album, they end up there. Like Elizabeth Taylor or Wood. Knock on wood. Or The Life of a Showgirl. Or what was the other one? Or Eldest Daughter. Anyway, at least 3 of those that I said. I don't like. I don't know how many I said. I lost track. And there's 12 albums. Like I said, I have a short attention span. This is the size of my attention span. A little tiny Ant-Man. This is the size. But yeah, it's Spotify hates me, and that's why I made this. And I also made this episode because my TikTok also hates me because, like I said last week, my page filled with Taylor Swift, The Life of a Showgirl. Sorry, it's just my whole TikTok page has been like,
this album isn't
good. Oh my gosh, this is the end. Oh my gosh,
I've been wanting to have this. Oh my gosh, this is the worst writing of Taylor's entire career.
The Taylor Swift album in 24 hours since The Life of a Showgirl. This is the glee
that they talk about in the.
Anyway, and then I heard everything involving Kayla Nicole and Travis Kelce's past relationship, and I was like, okay, so yeah, I don't hate Taylor Swift. I just think some of the stuff she does is very questionable. I just think it's very much like, it's mostly like you know, how I look at Cardi B or Nicki Minaj or even Doja sometimes, right? No one's safe from criticism. Okay. But this is a moment in this episode where I'm going to take down my filter. This is my filter. And I'm going to take it down and I'm going to talk to you. Just like I would a friend. Even though this is the internet and the internet lives forever. you know, I'm going to talk to you like you're my friend because you're my friend and you love me. Remember, you love me. Complete the heart. Complete the heart. Yeah, complete the heart. You love me. Anyway, okay, let's get into it. All right, so I wrote some notes because last night while I was making this episode, I listened to the album entirely. I listened to it while I was doing the dishes. I listened to it while I was doing my homework. I listened to it while I was cleaning my room. Okay. It was a very immersive thing. It was very much like me stopping what I was doing to be like, what the fuck did I just listen to? So yeah. And I wrote some notes down while I was listening. So let's rip the Band-Aid. Okay, let's go down the list. Now, okay, actually, let me be professional. There's 12 tracks, and I'll list them off right now. The Fate of Ophelia, Elizabeth Taylor, Opalite, hopefully I'm saying that right, Father Figure, Eldest Daughter, Ruin the Friendship, Actually Romantic, Wishless, Would, and Cancelled. Honey, and our final track, our title track, The Life of a Showgirl, featuring Sabrina Carpenter. So yes, this is our amazing, fabulous list, right? Okay. So let's dig in. Let's dig into this wonderful feast Taylor Allison Swift gave us on Mean Girls Day of all days.
It's October 3rd.
Yeah, let's get into it. I'm definitely destroying my career. Anyway, Wishless. Okay, Wishless. And I know it's like, nah, why not start with the opening track? I'll get there. All right, this is my show. You're not in charge. Mostly because I'm kind of scared to be talking about this album anyway, but let's get into it. Wishless, I was listening to it and immediately I thought Christmas. With at least the lyrics of the song, I think it should have just been a Christmas song. It's like when you the kind of feeling that I had when I listened to it was kind of like when like you get invited to a meeting in the office and you realize this could have just been an email. That song could have just been on the Christmas album, Taylor. Okay, let's think about that. Father Figure. Let's, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, let's read the lyrics, some lyrics from Father Figure. The chorus. I'll be your father figure. I'll drink that brown liquor. I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. I'm definitely not getting monetized. This love, that's not part of the script. That's not in the lyrics. That's just me thinking. Okay. This love is pure profit. Just step into my office. They'll know your name in the streets. That was it. That's the lyrics. Okay. That's the lyrics of Father Figure. Now, that's the chorus. That's just the chorus. Okay. So, I'm just saying, needs a bit of rewrites. While I was listening to it, I was kind of losing the message. I was like, okay, so you're the father figure, but also you're that girl, but also you're the father figure. Anyway, eldest daughter. When I was listening to Eldest Daughter, it was kind of like, okay, background on me. I take a podcasting class, right? Crazy, I know. I take a podcasting class. And we were having this ethical conversation where my teacher was just like, she asked something along the lines, if you're if your interviewee, if your subject, if you give them the before the final draft, before the final draft, before you post it online, if you give it to them and they say, oh my gosh, this isn't what I said, you doctored it, and it's just like a full take, maybe the subject, and I told her, maybe the subject just didn't hear themselves when they were talking. Just didn't hear themselves when they were talking. Because there's a lot of people out there who just don't hear themselves. They're not hearing themselves. And then they go out in the world saying, I didn't say anything crazy. I just said that, leave that. Ooh. Don't have that shit around me. That's all I said. That's all I said. Okay. An eldest daughter is a product of that. I don't think she heard herself when she made this song. I don't think she heard herself. So you know what? I'm gonna pull up some lyrics for that as well. Let's see. Okay. I got a bunch of lyrics just for y'all so you could suffer with me. Okay. The last time I laughed this hard was on the trampoline in somebody's yard. I must have been about 8 or 9. That was the night I fell off and broke my arm. Pretty sure I learned cautious discretion when your first crush crushes something kind. When I said I don't believe in marriage, that was a lie. Every eldest daughter was a first lamb to the slaughter, so we all dressed up as wolves and we looked fire. Let's read that last part just to make sure that that's actually the line. This is from Google. So let's check one more time. That was a lie. Every eldest daughter was the first lamb to the slaughter. So we all dressed up as wolves and we looked fire. That was the whole line. That was a line. That was a lyric. I didn't even get to the micro macro aggressive part that's in the next part. Just wait for it. I'm not a bad bitch. And this isn't savage. But I'm never going to let you down. I'm never going to leave you out. So many traitors and smooth operators. But I'm never going to break that vow. I'm never going to leave you now. That was the whole thing. I feel like I've left like 20 years off my life. Let's reread one of my favorite lyrics just right there. So we all dressed up as wolves and we looked fire. Grammy Award winning artist, people. Lyricist of our time, people. Yes, that's what she said. Yes. Did your girl boss too close to the sun? Did they catch you having far too much? Yeah. So I just think it's interesting. That for a song that is called Eldest Daughter, it doesn't really capture what I would think the experience of an eldest daughter is. I am my parents' only daughter. I would think as the eldest daughter, you're like trying. It's like when I think eldest daughter, I think Fiona Gallagher in Shameless. If you don't know who that is, look it up. You're media illiterate. Yeah, I said it. I'm joking. Don't hate me. Anyway. Yeah, that's who I think of when I think eldest daughter, right? Because the person who like has to shoulder everything and has to deal with everything, especially when they have siblings, not just coming from their parents, right? But then she writes a song, names it Eldest Daughter, and it's about how, but I'm not a bad bitch, and this isn't savage. Megan Thee Stallion is cringing uncontrollably in her house right now, in her $1 million mansion right now. Just saying, just putting it out there. Yeah. And I think this is a really good example of not hearing yourself, because she thought this was so good. She must have. I mean, she put it out there. I'm sorry. I just can't stop looking at this lyric. Every eldest daughter was the first lamb to the slaughter, so we all dressed up as wolves and we looked fire. Billionaire, music billion, because she gets most of her billions from music. So, okay, I just want to make sure we all know the context in which we live. Okay, all right, so we got through all this daughter. Did we really? That lyric is gonna be tattooed in my head forever. Anyway, canceled. Look, do I hate canceled? No. Do I love canceled? No. Canceled is like, if you guys remember Disney Channel, right? And they have the villain song. That's what canceled is. And I'm saying, if you really want to bring canceled to like mainstream, not just like kid show type shit, because it feels like kid show. It feels like teenager. It feels like a song that would play at the end of a CW show. I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry. I'm not, because that's how it sounds. It sounds like that. Oh shit. What is going on today? I can't keep my notebook on my lap. Yeah, you know what? Just for good measure, we're gonna look up the lyrics for that too. So everyone can suffer with me. All right? That's what this episode is about. You guys suffering with me. Thank you. Yeah, let's go through at least the two stanzas, the second and third stanza. Okay, let's go through it. Did your girl boss too close to the stun? Did it catch you having far too much fun? Come with me, when they see us, they'll run. Second, something wicked this way comes. Good thing I like my friends. Canceled. I like them cloaching Gucci and in scandal, like my whiskey sour and poison thorny flowers. Welcome to my underworld, or it gets quite dark. At least you know exactly who your friends are. They're the one with matching scars. Okay, and that goes back to my lyrics. This could be in a high school show, like I said, the CW, or a Disney Channel movie or show. Or just like, Kids Bop. It could be on Kids Bop. Yeah, okay. And I've pretty much said here, canceled. Just give the song to a band like No Doubt or the Jonas Brothers. It could just need a little bit of rewrites and get what was his name? John Anthoff. Please correct me if I'm right. I'm definitely saying his last name wrong. And it could have been a really good single, but it's what it is. It's really bad. Anyway. And I also wrote here for the song, sadly, no art can exist in a vacuum. No art can exist in a vacuum. And that's something I've learned. Like, I kind of learned it when people were talking about Sabrina Carpenter's controversial Boys, what was it? It was Man's Best Friend album cover. I kind of learned it with that because, like, I was also understanding what people were saying about it, but I was just like, You guys obviously don't know Sabrina Carpenter. Because, like, Sabrina Carpenter making an album about being a submissive woman feels like a 180. You know, especially if you listen to her music before or just watch one of her music videos. It's just like, she definitely is not that. She holds her sexuality. She mastered that shit. And I don't think, at least to the stereotypical, what's the word? The stereotypical thing of being a woman where, like, told, okay, you're a sexual being. I don't think we are. I think we're shamed for being sexual. And I think that Sabrina Carpenter, honing in on her sexuality is definitely not traditional. It's definitely not. Especially noticed that when people were like, parents were reacting to like, realizing that they couldn't bring their kids to a Sabrina Carpenter concert, and I was like, now we're realizing that. Okay, all right. Anyway, this is obviously not about Sabrina Carpenter yet, so I'm gonna bring it back to Taylor. But just saying. Yeah. Sadly, no art can exist in a vacuum. We're all stuck in the context in which we live. It's just like how a show like The Office, for example, everyone knows The Office, right? Would not have been successful today. Definitely not. And I only say it like that because if you have watched at least 3 episodes of The Office, you will realize, oh my gosh, this would have gotten canceled for a season. Yes,
I am a victim of a hate crime.
But yeah, it's just like, no art can exist in a vacuum. We're all stuck in the context in which we live, and yeah, and just try not to offend people. Most people get canceled because they're just bad people. Most people get canceled because they've done something wrong and they just won't learn from it, and therefore they get swooshed out of society. They get blackballed. They get, their image is destroyed, and some people deserve that. But yeah, that's my full review on canceled. But yeah, okay, we're almost done here. The pain is almost over. And by pain, I mean my pain, my suffering. I don't know why I decided to do this episode. I don't know why. It's a good episode, right, guys? Right? You think it's a good episode? Right? I'm joking. It's fine. It's fine if you hate this episode. Just come back next week. Love you. But also, let's continue. Okay. So yeah, I pretty much, now my notes go into how this could be fixed. How this album could be fixed. Mostly because I was definitely not going to talk about Wood or what else? Actually Romantic. Because as a fan of Brat, as a fan of Charlie XCX, listening to that song was like, girl. I also got the Disney Channel feeling from that song as well. Like, I also got the Disney Channel song feeling as well, especially when she said, it's actually sweet. No man has ever loved me like you. Wait, actually, let me get that. So I quote her correctly, so nobody is coming for my head. You guys are going to come for my head anyway, though, so. Anyway, wait, actually, ooh. Okay. It's actually sweet. All the time you spend on me, it's honestly wild. All the effort you put in is actually romantic. I gotta hand it to you. Ooh. To you. Ooh. No man has ever loved me like you do. It's just like, girl, this could have been a Disney Channel movie. I'm sorry. You know I'm right though. Like, seriously, if that was sang by a kid, not a kid, but like a teenager, you know, like teenager, Vampire Diaries, The OC, not Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls wasn't that vibe, but it's more like Degrassi. Like if it was in one of those shows, it would have been a hit. Would have been a banger. But this woman is in her 30s and about to get married. So it's like a little bit cringy. It's like a little bit cringy because it feels like a song that my mom would have wrote. And my mom is in her 60s. It feels like a song that my mom would have wrote about being a teenager. That's what majority of these songs feel like. Yeah, so let's keep that in mind. But yeah. Now, let's get into the real dig deep of my opinion of this album. Let's get into it. This is the first time I'm saying this on camera. I'm a little bit nervous. Taylor Swift needs to change her direction. I'm sorry. She needs to change her direction. You mean to tell me, okay, I'm from the Beehive. I admit it. Okay, I admit it. We're on the clear now, right? Put that bad comment away. All right, be nice to me. I'm from the Beehive. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry though. Beyonce's so fucking good. But I'm sorry. Sorry if I offended you. But you know I'm right. Okay? Taylor is around the same age that Beyonce was when she put out Lemonade. Okay, let's all put that in perspective, all right? Also, Taylor Swift, actually I'm about to look this up just to be sure so nobody gets any ideas. Okay. Taylor Swift and Adele are 1 year apart, with Adele being 1 year older. Okay. Now, I say all of that to say, why are we still singing about high school, Taylor? And I say it in the nicest way possible. Because I don't dislike Taylor, okay? There's some things about her personally, as a person, that I like about, right? Okay. But there's majority of things as an artist where I could be like, wow, nice, good, amazing, right? But why are we still singing about high school, Taylor? Why are we doing that, Taylor? Tay-Tay? Why are we doing that? Just asking for a friend and also myself, but mainly for myself, because why are we doing that? Omar, do you have any ideas? Omar has no ideas. Omar, for audio people, is a squishmallow that comes with me every episode. He's always right behind me. He's my leading man. But yeah, Omar has no ideas. I have no ideas. Yeah. I mainly say, I'm gonna lean back for this one, but I mainly say, I think she is having a hard time right now as an artist, and I think people are saying she sounds stuck because we're waiting for more. We're waiting for a change in the formula. And I only say it like that because think about it. This woman is going through something that she hasn't had before. She has complete control of her masters for the first time, her first 5 albums. She is almost getting married, and yeah, she's in a healthy relationship, or at least it looks that way because she's almost getting married. She has $1 billion. She is a global superstar. And people may be looking for different music now because, like I said,
you think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
In the context, we all exist in the context. So we exist in a context where we see Taylor Swift doing amazing in life. You know, she has a man, she has a bag, right? So her fans, diehard Swifties, may be looking for something a bit more, especially because certain, I would think, diehard Swifties age and are no longer in high school now. And the demographic has changed because people age and people move on and people are no longer in high school now than they were when she put out You Belong With Me, you know. you know, so people may be looking for change, not only mainly from her as an artist, but they're looking for something different from Taylor, but she's just not giving it to them. And it's looking like the only audience, it's looking like her demographic is going to stay stagnant. And that is sad. That is sad, because just looking at it, she could do so much more if she just challenges herself. If she challenges herself, oh my gosh, she might just be as successful as Christina Aguilera. Just saying, if she challenges herself. But she's not challenging anything. She's using the same formula she has used for, I don't know how many years she's been in the industry, but for what? This is her 12th studio album. Okay. People are confused because people are just like, wait a minute, this is the same woman who wrote Folklore. This is the same woman who wrote Evermore. This is the same woman who wrote All Too Well. This was the same woman who wrote Cardigan. This is the same woman who wrote, what was that song I really liked? Wait, let me look. I'm going to look at my Spotify now. Wait. This is going to take me a bit. So, waiting music. Please. Nobody No Crime from Evermore was one of my favorite songs from her. Sue Me. I like songs from Lover. Midnights. All Too Well. Reputation, like I said. Me a Reputation. we get out. We go. We go places. We go on dates. We have so much fun together. Some songs from some songs from Speak Now. Favorite. Tortured Poets Apartment. I have no problem with it. Singles from it, I have no problems with it. But this album, Omar, your thoughts? Omar thinks it's shit. And I think it's shit. And I'm just going to come out and say it. Cancel me if you will, but you know I'm right. You know I'm right. Same people who listen to Evermore and what was it? Evermore and Don't Use This Against Me. Like I told you, short attention span. Wait. Yeah, Evermore and Folklore. Right? Yeah, Folklore, Evermore. Yeah. Yep. Okay. But yeah, like I said, it's a dark day. It's a dark month for Swifties. Also, I just saw on Disney Plus when I was watching. Yes, I watch cartoons in the morning, so don't judge me. Rude. Anyway, when I was watching Disney Plus this morning, guess what I saw? I saw a special that she's gonna have it on December 12th. A special. She's gonna have a 6-episode documentary, and the last tour session, I think, tour date of her Eras tour on Disney Plus, December 12th. Now, this is not promo. I should not have said the date. I should not have said the date. That's my fault. Actually, blur out the date. Actually, please blur out the date. Please blur out me saying the date. Thank you. Actually, that might not do anything. Anyway, I'm still gonna blur out the date because I don't want to help you guys watch more Taylor Swift. I don't want to help you guys do it. You guys need to stop, okay? How many variations has she put out of that same album since she put out that album? I thought there was like 2. There's probably like 5, right? Damn. There's one album that she put out. Oh shit, I need to end this soon. But there's one part that she put out where I think it's the songs and the video memos of her doing the production with Max Martin. Confusion. And then I'm listening to it. I'm just like, how much did people pay for this thing? Anyway. So that was a review. I'm way over time today. But I'm way over. But we need to get through everything. Yeah. The microaggression's not cool, Taylor. Not cool. But we're going to get into the end of this episode so you guys can go ahead and do what you guys do when you watch my episodes. Okay. The 3 takeaways from today. The 3 takeaways from today. All right. Taylor Swift needs to push herself as an artist again. And I think the main reason why she succeeded so long as an artist was because she was going through stuff in her life. And now that everything is perfect and rainbows and sunshine, the music is gonna suck. It's just gonna suck. I'm sorry. There may be like good things here and there, but it's probably gonna suck. Anyway, okay. I didn't even get into Life of a Showgirl, but we're gonna do that last. We're gonna do it as a header. Okay. Two. We need to stop protecting Taylor Swift. I know. We okay, if Beyonce put out some shit. Sorry. I'm laughing because I can't imagine that. But if Beyonce put out some shit, I could just hear the world now. I could just hear the bullshit. Well, not the bullshit, but I could hear the criticisms loud and clear. But now that Taylor Swift has put out something that sounds stuck and sounds weird and sounds like she's trying to be someone that she's not, people don't know how to act. People don't know how to criticize anymore, and it's getting really scary. 3, no one should be scared to criticize an artist. Making this episode, I was scared. As you could tell, I'm a bit like more rigid today because I'm scared of saying the wrong thing. And I'm still capable of saying the wrong thing. But with this artist, I was more scared to say the wrong thing in comparison to like someone like Olivia Rodrigo or Sabrina or Doechii, or like covering any other artist that I like, because I feel like when you cover artists like Taylor Swift, you better get your hatchets ready. You better get your hatchets ready, and you better be able to what did she say? Dress up as wolves and look like fire. You better be ready for that. Yes, that was my attempt of a joke. Okay. But yeah. So those were the 3 things. I already forgot them. My editor got me though. Hey, my editor got me. hey. Okay. But yeah. So, and then Life of a Showgirl, I was really trying to ignore it because like I was like, I love Sabrina. I don't want to be mean to Sabrina. Sabrina gave me Man's Best Friend, okay? And I know Man's Best Friend gets his flack, but it's one of my favorite albums from her. And she gets a pass from me for the rest of the year. I don't make the rules. I do, but I don't make them, okay? But with The Life of a Showgirl, literally one of the lyrics that I think Taylor said, but one of the lyrics in the song in general, is that pretty much the whole song is them going, you don't want to be a showgirl. It's so hard. It's so difficult. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, scream. You know? Wait. I'm trying to get the lyrics for you guys. I'm trying to be a good journalist. Why is this thing not working? Okay. So, yeah. Her name was Kitty. Made her money being pretty and witty. They gave her the keys to the city. Then they said she didn't do it legitly. But how did she say it? Wait. I'm going to play a little bit. Hopefully I don't get sued. Hopefully I don't get sued. Okay. Let's see. They gave her the keys to this city. Then they said she didn't do it legitly. Let's play that line back one more time. They gave her the keys to this city. Then they said she didn't do it legitly. Didn't do it legitly. Now, when I heard that line, I cringed like really hard. It was like that part where I was listening to Riverdale And it was a Jug headline. Please insert here. It was
In case you
have you ever seen me without this beanie?
I'm weird.
I'm a weirdo. I'm weird. I'm a weirdo.
I don't fit in.
Something like that.
And I don't.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt.
Have you ever seen me without a stupid hat on? That's weird.
That scene felt meta. This felt meta. I'm still trying to figure out why it felt that way to me. I'm still a work in progress. But yeah. Look, Taylor Swift collabs are hit or miss. Okay. I love the one she did with Kendrick Lamar. Sorry, I'm joking. One she did with Kendrick Lamar and Shawn Mendes. Those are pretty good. But yeah, ending off this episode, big takeaway. I already did the takeaways, but big takeaway. I'm not a Taylor Swift hater. I just want her to be a better artist. That's all I'm saying. I want her to be the kind of artist that you guys say she is when you guys say that she's better than Beyonce. Just saying. I just want her to live up to the hype. Okay? If you're going to have the hype, at least live up to it. That's all I'm trying to say. I come in peace most of the time. Okay. So I'm going to end this video because it's going way too long. And I'll see you guys next time. Be nice to yourself. Be a human. Eat apples. I'm about to go eat an apple. Like I said, tradition now. I'm going to go eat an apple. Tell me what you guys think my Halloween costume should be. I'm probably going to come and do an episode in my Halloween costume if I feel nice enough to do it. I'm sorry. I'm just will. Words. Sorry. I feel like I've been off this whole episode. It's just so hard being a college student, and then I come every week, and then you guys want to bully me. I'm joking. You're not bullying me yet because I have no audience. So there's no audience to bully me with. But you guys are here. Okay. You already know. Anyway. Love you guys. See you guys next episode. Eat your apples. Take care of yourself. Drink water. Drink it. Okay? And go listen to Man's Best Friend. Okay, bye. And this has been yours truly, Nyah. I'll see you next time. And for those who want to say that I don't know what I'm talking about, I took a Taylor Swift class in my college. So suck it. And also next week, should we do Bridgerton? I'm hearing we should do Bridgerton, so I'm going to start writing an episode. Okay, bye.
Want more? Listen to ramblings of an extra on these platforms.